Good morning. I wasn't planning on doing another scope this week, but I have a little bit of time on my hands. Like I said in the last scope, I've got a couple of big projects. Hi, Christy. I've got a couple of big projects and campaigns on at the moment, but they're all out with other people, and I'm waiting on feedback. So I'm at a bit of a loose end. And I kind of wanted a bit of a redemption round from Tuesday's scope where there was some kind of glitch and I couldn't see anybody online or any chats or anything, which kind of threw me a bit. If you did see it, if I seemed a bit awkward, that was why. I'm on speaker. Oh, that's a little bit scary. Okay, well, I'll make this one good then. Yeah, so this is my little bit of a redemption round to make up for Tuesday's slightly awkward post and obviously give myself a little bit more practice with Periscope. And I also published a new blog post yesterday that I wanted to share with you. So the last couple of scopes I've been talking about some older but evergreen posts on my blog, and this is a bit more of a timely one, because as you would have seen in the title, it's about going viral. And one of my clients' posts went viral on the weekend, which was really exciting for us and for me. And being the good digital marketer that I am, I thought, well, let's have a look at this. Let's see what we can learn from it. And because everybody wants to know what this, secret formula to creating a viral post is. Is there something that we can learn from it? I am realistic though, as well as being a good digital marketer, and just to kind of cut to the chase straight away, I don't think there is an absolute secret formula to creating a viral post. Most viral posts do catch even the original sharer a bit by surprise. They have that authenticity about them that inspires people to share them in the first place, as opposed to being more of a manufactured update that a brand or an agency really wants everybody to share. But in saying that, there are a few things that I kind of took out of the post of ours that went viral that I thought may be useful to you, and are certainly useful for my ongoing content strategy with this client and with some other clients as well. So this post is the newest post up on my blog, if you do want to read details, but I thought just for about the next 5-10 minutes, I'll have a quick chat through a couple of main points to do with viral content. And yeah, keen for any feedback and thoughts you have either now or on the post later on as well. So like I said, I honestly don't think you can make anything go viral. There is certainly an element of luck to it, and particularly agencies and brands who either say they can or make it part of their brief. It's very challenging for us as marketers to make that occur. For anybody who might be a little bit unsure, what it actually means to go viral is simply a post that gets shared very rapidly through a community over a very short period of time. So there's usually a really quick and fast uptake, and then it does actually die off quite quickly as well. So it's a really, it's a big bang event. It's certainly not about the long-term engagement that I've been talking about in my last couple of scopes, which I honestly think is really important, but it can be a really nice buzz and cause a really big, rapid growth, rapid awareness of your accounts really quickly. Facebook actually has its own official definition of going viral, which is, I'm just going to read this off the screen here. The number of people who have created a story from your post as a percentage of the number of people who have seen it. And they class a story as liking, commenting, or sharing your post, answering a question, or responding to an event. So there is actually a classification. That's a very good question. Yeah, will we invite them who like the post and like the page? Those that we can, we'll certainly look at targeting some more. And the page did actually get a number of new likes because of that post as well. And the post itself, I've shared that post and the results in the blog post if you're interested in seeing it. It's certainly given us that greater brand awareness with that post, which is good. The other thing I've realised I haven't said now is a couple of main points that I made in the blog post is this happened on Facebook, which for me was really exciting because a lot of my clients have been struggling with their Facebook page engagement over the last couple of years. Obviously, there are so many people and pages on Facebook now that are all battling to get that space in the newsfeed, and it is really hard for pages to reach even the people who have already liked their page, let alone people beyond that as well. And this particular post for this page, I'll admit, it was not an ice bucket challenge type response to a post, but for us, based on our normal reach, it was huge. Hey, Maddie. Yeah, based on what we would normally achieve, it was huge. This page has about 4,500 likes, and as of yesterday, the post had actually reached nearly 9,000 people. So it was nearly double even those who like the page, and we don't normally reach 100% of our page. So for me, that was classed as a viral win for us. And we did, like I said before, get a number of new page likes from it as well. Thank you, same to you. We did receive a number of new page likes from it. Oh, no worries. Yes, you can catch the replay. We'll chat later on. Bye. Blah, blah, blah. I'm losing my train of thought here. So you really need to think about what a viral post is in the sense of your own community as well. So we're not all going to get a post that goes viral and shoots around the entire world in a couple of days. But the most important thing is that it's reaching people who are interested in you and your brand and your products and your services and what you have to offer. So you don't actually need to reach a massive audience and hundreds of thousands of people. You just need to reach the people that matter. So really keep that in mind. And yeah, like I'll get back to think about that long-term response as well. And this really comes out of knowing who your audience is and what kind of content they're going to respond to best. And this, so viral posts aside, it's really about having that content strategy right. Be constantly monitoring the response you get from your content, refining your content strategy based on that, sharing content that you do get a good response to that is also relevant to your brand as well. People are way over like cat pictures, even though I do love cats. They're over cat pictures and aren't necessarily going to like stuff. I feel like people are getting really a lot more reserved with their likes, and you need to think about what value you can give to your community and what value you can contribute to the conversation. And that's the kind of content that is more likely to get a positive response, even your day-to-day updates, let alone get that really quick viral burst that we're talking about here today. So in regards to tips on what can potentially make your post go viral, there is a lot more in the blog post. Like I said, I'll share the link in a second. But the main thing that I did want to share is most content updates that do go viral really inspire strong emotions in people. It's our human nature to want to share something that gets a really big emotional response from us. And that emotional response could be positive or it could be negative. So in the negative sense, bad news is often shared really, really quickly. Anything that makes us angry or indignant or shocks us or scares us, and sometimes this is to the detriment of sharing incorrect information because people get so scared. But anything that inspires really strong negative emotions is more likely to get shared really quickly by people because they want to make their friends and family aware of this issue or this update or whatever it is as well. On the flip side, things that inspire really positive responses are also more likely to get shared really quickly. So this is why funny content and funny videos often get that viral response because it makes people laugh, it makes people happy, and they want to share that with their friends and family and network online as well. Also, anything that inspires people, and that's with this particular post of mine that went viral on the weekend. It was a really inspirational, happy post, had a really good message and a really good story behind it. And I think that's what really resonated with people and why they wanted to share it as well. And it was personal. And this is where I think agencies and brands can struggle sometimes with trying to make viral content, is it doesn't have that personal touch. And we want to have that personal connection. That's why most of us do actually get online and, you know, even do these kind of scopes and use social media, is we want to have a personal connection with people. So this particular update, which I said you can see in the blog post exactly what it was, but it was a personal story from one of our athletes. I've been asking them recently to share what motivational quotes inspire them, and these are like pro athletes, like predominantly cyclists and triathletes. What quote inspires them? And this particular athlete, Sarah, she shared a quote which she it wasn't, I mean, most of us, you know, most people who I've spoken to about this have come back with a quote that most of us have heard of before. So it's something like, oh God, I'm having a blank now. If you, dreams are a goal without a deadline, or something like that. So something that we've heard of before. Her quote that she came back with was something that she was actually told by a homeless man that she got into conversation with years ago. So it was a personal story, and we shared that with a quote as well. It was a unique quote because it was something that he had actually told her personally, and it had stuck with her, and then she shared it with us, and we shared it with our audience. And I didn't expect to get this response from it. I shared it because I honestly thought it was, you know, it suited our content strategy, suited our audience, and they absolutely loved it. So in a really short space of time, normally our Facebook post would get, you know, between 5 and 10 likes. You know, we'd do okay. We do a hell of a lot better on Instagram. But this one, even by lunchtime, it had nearly 30 likes, and then it just grew and grew and grew and started getting shared. So as of last night, it had about 22 shares. Like I said, had reached nearly 9,000 people and had over 300 reactions to it, which is a lot bigger than what we would normally get. And I think that comes down to really knowing our audience, having a really personal and emotional story that we could share with them. There's a lot more in the blog post. Like I said, you can read it online later. But the only thing I wanted to finish off with is just what to do when you discover yourself with a viral post. And obviously it does happen really, really quickly. In regards to capitalizing on it and building it, I would just warn you to be very wary. That could be seen as kind of like over commercializing something that has naturally resonated with people. If there's a natural opportunity to provide a follow-up post, perhaps you can add that. If you had other content already scheduled, it might be worth pausing that or rescheduling it to later to give your post a few more days to get that extra reach and benefit from that. But yeah, avoid jumping on board too quickly and trying to stoke the fire unnaturally. Just really enjoy it. If you found something that has struck a chord with your community, like I'm trying to do with this one, learn from it and just try and keep making really awesome content to share with them to keep growing that audience as well. So I've just got a few points down here that I'll flip this screen around and show you, as well as show you the URL to my website, which is in my profile as well. So if you go to the profile, you can find the website. It's the first post on the blog at the moment. But hang a tick, I'll turn this around. Maybe. There we go. There we go. Who's the Periscope newbie? Yeah, so scoutdm.com.au. It's the latest blog post called How Do You Make Something Go Viral? And there's a lot more content in there. It's a bit longer post than normal, but probably actually quicker to read than watching me talk about it. So yeah, if you have any other thoughts and tips on viral posts as well, here it is. Okay, having all sorts of issues with my phone this morning. Thanks very much for everybody who's tuned in and for anybody who watches this on the replay. I'm Erica from Scout Digital. I'm just sharing a few tips with some blog posts that I write, so you can read the full details online and watch the snippets here as I get to know Periscope. So I'm back next week. I'll get back onto Periscope and share some more tips, and you can follow me online on other channels as well. So yeah, check out my profile. Thanks very much for tuning in. Bye.